Huge thanks to Western Steele for sponsoring this project. I have got quite the update on the 1961 Chevy Impala build that we were doing for the SEMA 2025, guys, for the SEMA 2025 show. We have got it back from Sandblast, as I'm sure you guys saw in the last video, or at least some of you guys saw in the last video. The body's a little rough. The body's, we've definitely got some work going there, and we might be getting some help on that. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna see if I inquire some body panels for this car. Basically, what we're doing is we're gonna plug all the holes in the frame, and then also what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put these plates in on top of the frame and on the bottom of the frame. What's that gonna do? That's gonna give us a almost like a tubed frame look. So it's gonna look almost like a fabricated frame. It's gonna look pretty slick, and we've so far, like I said, we've filled some of those holes, and then these guys, we've boxed both sides of our control arm for rear end, or track bar, sorry, not track bar, control arm. We've boxed both of these in on both sides, so we've got quite a bit of work to do there still to just fit and finish them and make them look really good. This is going to be a powder coated frame, so we are going to have to do some work to make this thing as good as we possibly can for powder coat, so that it looks as beautiful as it possibly can when it's done. As Brett just said, the shop bum is here.
Shop bum.
Oh, yeah. His new name on the channel, I guess, the shop bum. Homeless guy Brett.
Work for free, but don't work.
I even pay for his beer and he still doesn't work.
What the hell this is? What is this shit, man? Where's the car at?
But guys, we just came back from Las Vegas. From the SEMA show. I have got less than a year now to finish this car. Isn't that crazy, Brett? Less than a year.
That's crazy, man. But it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done right.
It's gonna get done. If Brett says it's gonna get done, that means it's gonna get done. Dr. Scott over here in his welding jacket. But the top side of the frame is basically done. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Show you guys a little bit. It's kind of hard to see down here, but top side's basically done. We got a bunch of fit and finish stuff on the entire frame, but just it looks pretty good. We found some new product that I think we're going to be using on this frame and instead of going the powder coat route, I think we're going to go a little bit different and talk to some guys down at SEMA show, and I think it's going to be really good. But we got the frame flipped around here, and old me and Brett, what are we going to be doing to this bad boy right here?
Welding, grinding, praying, all three.
We're gonna be putting these plates on, same thing that we did on the top side. So I'm hoping that these come out as good as I expect them to, because apparently my old paper template that I made was off a wee bit, because they don't quite fit the way they're supposed to. But I kind of had that problem on the top side, so we're gonna persevere and overcome. So we're gonna get to work. Alrighty guys, so this is where we are at. We have got a bunch done over the past couple of nights here. Hopefully you guys got to see some of that time lapse. I was a little lacking in my filming of this the past couple of days, so If you guys didn't get a whole lot, I apologize about that. But so we have got all of the bottom plates in now, which is exciting. Pretty cool how we have got this kind of finished out here. Like I said, there's still a bunch of fit and finish stuff that we have to do. I had my brother's help for a little bit here tonight, and he was able to get some of the welds, some of the old factory welds ground out, so we can get my dimes laid in there instead of the old very, very iffy factory welds. And then like the center section, we got this all welded up and very smooth. So what I'm doing now is I am going to be taking this plate here, and I don't know, I think you guys have seen that. So I'm going to be taking this. It says Daryl on it, name of the car, as you guys should all know. And I've got some cleanup work to do. I don't know if it picks up in the camera or not, but some of those sharp angles, just from the way that the gentleman that we had work with us at Western Steele did his CAD work, there's a little bit of imperfections, and you can tell where there's some straight lines and stuff in it. So I'm going to be cleaning that up. Shouldn't take me much time. And then we will, let's see here. What else are we doing? And then we're going to tack it in, and we're going to get it welded and finished out. So that should be pretty fun. That is a huge step on this frame. It has been waiting for this piece for a while now. It's kind of the focal point of the frame. So I'm excited to get it on, and then we'll do all the fit and finish stuff on the frame, and then we'll start on our suspension in the next video. But for now, we're going to get this one done. Alrighty, so it is tacked in. I really like it, except for like all the edges, everything's easy to finish out. Except for I've got one major problem now, guys. This is the part of building cars that you don't get to see on TV. I've got a couple of these fingers that are bouncy on here, which I kind of expected that a little bit, but not this bad. So I got to come up with a solution for this, how I'm going to hold these down and make this so that it doesn't move, so that I can paint it confidently, because this isn't going to work. Love the idea, but right now it's kicking my butt. So I'm going to call it a night here, and I'm going to sleep on my solution. I think I've got a couple of ideas, but how I'm going to accomplish it, I'm not exactly sure. So, guys, for tonight, I'm going to go get a couple hours of sleep, and I'll be out here again in the morning. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It is the next day here. The perks of building cars that nobody ever gets to see. So I have made my decision of how I'm going to fix the problem on this guy. Sorry about my camera skills, still waiting for a gimbal that is working. But I am going to have to cut this plate back off. So, good thing I only tacked it and didn't put any full beads on here, but this is my plan. So as I said, these are very bouncy and they're holding themselves up. I don't know how well that picks up in the camera, but that is obviously not going to work. What I'm going to do, as you guys can see all of my blue marks on here, I am going to cut this off, and then on the bottom side of the plate, so on the frame side over here, I'm going to I'm going to drill holes, and then I'm going to clamp the stuff down and plug weld it from the back side inside of there. So that's my plan. That's how I'm going to fix the bouncy part, or the bounciness in these. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to fix the problem. But only one way to find out, guys. So, dang it. Should have known that. Should have done it from the start, but we live and we learn. We have got everything ground back out. We got all of our holes drilled. This is what it looks like. So, good thing George is here now to help me, because I think this is probably going to turn into being a little bit of a pain in the butt. Might be a two-person job to plug weld these, being inside of there, not really able to see. But yeah, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing back installed, and hopefully it goes way better than the first time. So it worked, guys. We were able to get the Darrow plate in. What we did is we drilled the holes from the backside, spot welded it in, and it worked. Luckily, I got tired of cutting this plate on and off. It was not very fun to get in there. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. It came out beautiful. So we've still got a bunch of work to do on this frame, but I'm actually really happy with the way that this came out. We're gonna end up moving away from the stencil that we were planning to put in here, and we're gonna end up just probably airbrushing this area in here, but it's gonna turn out really, really good. And then we've still got a bunch of work to do on this frame, but for right now, this is where I'm gonna end this video. Everything looks really, really good. I couldn't be any happier with the way that this has came out so far. Right now, it's just ground to 36 grit on a big grinder to smooth it out as best as we could. Hopefully you guys got to see a lot of that. But I don't know. For right now, guys, this is it. The next video, we're going to be having some pretty cool stuff. We're ready for suspension mock-up on this bad boy. So that will all be in the next video. We're going to get it on box. But for now, guys, we will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.